Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial for how to use Pix4D React for TAC. So, using on my Mac, I'm just going to start and go right into it. So this is what your splash screen looks like once you launch Pix4D React. As you can see, you got different units you can use, metric, imperial, languages, base maps, all the legal stuff, etc. I like to use Pix4D React because most of the time I'm flying my drone or taking pictures from aircraft at nadir. So it really works as a fast tool. You don't need a super fast computer. On this splash screen here, you're going to see importing JPEGs. As I was doing this tutorial, you'll see in real time, it's asking me all the permissions and stuff. You can drop folders, drop the JPEGs in there individually. In this test, we're going to use a data set I did in 2015 of the Walking Dead setup in Sonoya, Georgia. Pretty fun. You can also, as you can see on the screen, import orthomosaics that already exist. Do some modifications there. So as you see on the screen here, we're looking for the Walking Dead set that I set aside. I had a DJI Phantom 3 back in the day, just grabbing the JPEGs, really drag, drop, open. As you can see, the pictures are kind of lined up on the map there. You can zoom out, but we're going to let this process in real time, and I'll just talk because this is running on a MacBook Pro from 2015. I've also ran this on a $600 PC, and the beauty of that is if you need a nice 2D map, it gets it done on the cheap. Pix4D React licenses run I think $1,000 for a perpetual license, which I have. Works out really well for doing 2D maps for orthomosaics and some elevation that you can get out of it too. I'll have to do a further video on how you can pull elevation there and work that with TAC and DTED, but for now this is just a basic um, intro into Pix4D React and how to use TAC. So I was naming the base map as it's processing from 2015. As you can see there's the ortho that Pix4D React created of the Walking Dead set if you're familiar with the show on AMC. So as you can see there, you can look at different elevation tools. They have a bunch of nifty little things inside Pix4D React if you just want to measure stuff inside. But eventually you'll see me go up to the top right and export. Gives you a few various options of exporting as a PDF and such. What you're seeing right now is just the different views of the imagery you're looking at, and really nice, quick and cheap, dirty tool you can use out in the field for creating maps. So as you can see, you can do a JPEG, you can do a GeoTIFF, and all that jazz for different projects. We're going to do a GeoTIFF here, and the next part of the presentation I'll show converting MB tiles using a software tool. I like using MapTiler. There's a ton of other ones out there, but MapTiler seems to work best for me. So right now I'm just picking a folder for it to go to. It's in there now, and in the next section we'll flip over to MapTiler so you can see. So here we are about to launch MapTiler. I'm looking at the the GeoTIFF there. Sorry, you can see my real-time editing. Sorry, this isn't the most professional production. So as we click on MapTiler, you can run MapTiler on Mac OS or PC. I have MapTiler Plus. Obviously, I haven't updated in a while, so we're going to skip that. I'm going to pick standard tiles and basically going to drop that TIFF file right in there to get it the size down from 42 megs, and I think the output is about 14 megs once I create the MB tiles. So I see it lines up, I hit continue. I can collect lots of different things on MapTiler. There's some really cool features I'll have to do in a future video of cloud hosting and geopackage and things you can do with MapTiler with TAC. But for now, this is just a way to shrink the file size down and not lose much fidelity in terms of the orthomosaic that we produce. So it's rendering right now. It's pretty quick because this wasn't a huge data set. I can try a larger data set later if you don't believe Pix4D React's that quick, but it is pretty quick. As you see, to change the base map, I'm going to change it to OpenStreetMap so you can kind of see where it fits in Sonoya, Georgia there. Great place to stop by if you ever get stuck in Atlanta and travel returns to normal post-COVID. About an hour and a half southwest of Atlanta, where they filmed The Walking Dead. I went there with a buddy and took these pictures, and it's pretty cool at the time. So now we're looking on TAC. Obviously not the best screen resolution on Moby's end, but wanted to get this out quick. So as you can see, it's on maps. We're going to put it in the GRG folder in the ATAC root. As you can see, as I scroll in there, there's the picture I have from 2015. There's the latest Google Hybrid. The zombies obviously took out the solar panels. You can see new structures that have been built on the set from 2015, so pretty cool. And that's pretty much it on Pix4D React and TAC. So commentary, I left myself about 5 minutes just to talk about various tools out there. I've been a big fan of Pix4D since the beginning. They make really great tools, Pix4D Mapper kind of being the mainstay of what they have. React was a really cool tool they came out with when I was transitioning between industry and going back to being a contractor on behalf of the government. But React's really a great tool out there for first responders or people that just need that quick 2D ortho. Now they do have camera limitations. You'll have to check out their support page. I didn't put it up here of what cameras it works with, but their support group's pretty good if you give them their camera parameters. And there's a business case for them to put that in there. Now that is the big difference you would get with Mapper. Mapper's going to produce your 3D models, contour lines, things like that. I think the perpetual license on that one runs about $5,000, and you usually need more of a gaming laptop because the GPUs use the rendering 3D models and photogrammetry processes in there. There's obviously other software out there. You have Drone Deploy. I've always just been a big fan of Pix4D because you don't have to be connected to the internet to run it. So whether it's a first responder case out in the middle of nowhere to a DoD use case in the middle of nowhere too, Pix4D seems to work really great. As I think someone mentioned on the Slack thread, getting that down, getting the TIFF file down to MB tiles is great. I had used MapTiler, found it a few years back, and have been real impressed with the the ability to drop TIFFs in and shrink things down. Works really well. Like I said, Pix4D Mapper probably is going to have more bells and whistles for you than you need. React's just a simple tool for someone who's not a photogrammetry expert. I think the only thing you need to know though is being able to understand to tell the drone operator the pictures need to be at nadir. That means the camera's pointing 90 degrees towards the earth when you're taking the pictures for it to process right. It's not going to do oblique, which is your 60 degree or 45 degree shots at the earth. Those are more useful for 3D models. But no, really great tool, and really great way to get your own imagery, high resolution imagery, whether you're using commercial or call it blue SUAS out there, or say you're in a situation in the future in a first responder activity of folks out there flying commercially with DJIs, where federal or state can't necessarily fly with DJIs to be able to input their data, or at least get you their raw JPEG so you can create a geospatial package. Trying to think what else I had on commentary. That's about it for this one. Leave in the comments anything you want me to add. I'm sorry if it went long. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me on Reddit or in the comments in the YouTube comment section below. Thanks.